I predicted the Miami Dolphins would go 11-6 last year. They did not. Basically, everything went just a little bit worse than I expected. I had them starting, 1-4 last year, and they did. It was a bad start, but then it got even worse than I thought. They actually started 1-7, but it was kind of a roller coaster of a year because they went, after a 1-7 start, they ended up winning 7 games in a row and getting back over 500 to 8-7. So I had them 11-6 and a playoff team. The reality was they went 9-8 and just missed the playoffs. Here's what's so sad: at 10-7, they would have made it and they would have got the Pittsburgh Steelers' final playoff spot. Instead, they were 1 game short. Again, just a little bit worse than I expected. I was hoping Tua would take a big step forward. Tua Tagovailoa with their young quarterback, and I was worried, though, that the offensive line in Miami would maybe limit his development. Again, it was slightly worse than I thought. Tua was all right, but not amazing. He, had a 67.8% completion percentage. He threw for 2,653 yards, 16 touchdown passes, 10 interceptions. Tua wasn't horrible, but he wasn't earth-shattering either. It was not the big step forward I was hoping for from him. Tua also got hurt. He fractured his ribs. He hurt his finger. He missed 4 games injured last year. They were 1-3 without him. He also only played in 2 drives of a 35-0 loss to Buffalo before getting hurt. When he left the game, they were down 7-0. I'm not saying he would have helped them win, but that would have impacted that 1-3 record one way or the other. And in my opinion, Miami really has to invest in the offensive line if they want to do well. The dude got hit a ton last year. They also ended up firing their head coach, Brian Flores, which is just a whole nother can of worms. But they did hire Mike McDaniel to be their new head coach. Mike McDaniel was the 49ers offensive coordinator. And they're really hoping that he can help Tua take a big step forward next year. Now, one bright spot for their franchise was Miami's rookie receiver, Jalen Waddle, was a massive, massive hit. He was basically their whole offense. Whenever they needed a key play on third down or any big explosive play, he was a target. Jalen Waddle had 104 catches for 1,015 yards and 16 touchdowns. Sorry, 6, not 16, but 6 touchdown catches. And really, Miami nailed all 3 of their first 3 draft picks in 2021. They also drafted defensive end Jalen Phillips, number 18 overall. He had the second most sacks on the entire team with 8.5. And then in the second round, they drafted safety Javon Holland, who was also a home run pick. He's now a starter. So it was kind of a weird year for Miami all around. They had a terrible start. Then they won 7 games in a row. They ended up just 1 game shy of a playoff berth. And apparently Tua knew all year that his team was trying to replace him and trade for Deshaun Watson. And I know that that would really, really screw with my head. It would be hard to perform knowing that my job is and my days are numbered. So, in my opinion, the key to Miami's future is the quarterback position. They need to build their offensive line and support their young quarterback, Tua. And I'm really interested to see how next year goes because I'm very much hopeful that Mike McDaniel is the answer in Miami. I like him. I like his energy. I think he's going to pair well with Tua. So let me know, what did you think of the Dolphins season last year in 2021, and how do you feel about Mike McDaniel now as a head coach in Miami?